Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for that technical difficulty. Something happened with my computer. I didn't have it plugged in. Frank, keep going. What story were you about to tell us about? Like, which story really caught your attention?
Oh, in general, it's seeing that something breaks from reality. Not reality, but from what all the stories we're watching on TV. It's all of a sudden this character does something that you never thought he would do, and he's changing. And it almost touches on real life issues, but it gets personal between the wrestlers. And every week it makes you want to see what's going to happen next. What's going to happen next? What is this guy going to do? How is this guy going to come back? I mean, that's what's lacking from wrestling or WWE today. It's just nobody cares. It's like I can't even explain it. It's like
well, give us an example of a story that was like that.
Some of the greatest feuds was, you could say, Piper and Snooker. I mean, again, you had Piper break the coconut over Snooker's head, and it's like, whoa! To this day, people watch that and like, oh my god, that's crazy. You're sitting there as you watch, you're like, oh my god, I can't believe.
Smack the guy over the head with a coconut.
Yeah, the way he beat on him and whipped him, and it's like, now what's gonna happen? Snooker's gonna go crazy, and now it's like, you can't wait for these guys. It's like you can't count down the seconds until these guys actually get in the ring. But what's going to happen? You don't get that today. It's
no, you don't. And you know what else you don't get today? Compelling week-by-week storytelling that you got with The Undertaker and Kane. The very first time those two were set to face each other was WrestleMania 14. That match was built from May of 1997 all the way up until March of 98. That's a long fucking build.
Yeah. Let's start from the beginning. You had the build-up of this mysterious
you had the build-up of The Undertaker.
Who's Kane? Who's Kane going to be? And then when Kane finally appears, it's got to be Kane. It's got to be Kane.
And Kane did something that no one before or since has ever gotten away with. He slapped The Undertaker in his face, and The Undertaker did nothing. When I saw that as a kid, I'll never forget as long as I live. Kane slapped him in the face, and I'm saying to myself, The Undertaker's afraid of him, because anyone else, he would kill them.
It was, because it was the first time ever you saw Undertaker was actually
vulnerable.
Scared. He was scared. It was like, and then it was believable. You had this guy Kane. He was just as big as the Undertaker
and stronger.
Just as strong. He had
powers,
and it was just.
And plus he had the ultimate. Plus he had the ultimate power in his corner. He had Paul Bear.
Right. Paul Bear turned on the Undertaker, and again, you want to see what's going to happen. Of course, they played it out throughout the years, but again, just the formula is to make something happen. I mean, there's no originality today. There's
no, there is not. And I'll tell you one story, Frank, that to me was a missed opportunity. If you want to talk about stories that failed, was the invasion angle.
Yeah. I mean,
too many WCW names missing.
Yeah, well, I mean, that wasn't anybody's fault because a lot of the big names were on the contract, and it was just that invasion angle was doomed to fail from the beginning because you couldn't have they couldn't bring in Goldberg, they couldn't bring in Sting, even Ric Flair wasn't in there. Those are the big names that people were going to see. I mean, could you imagine if you had the invasion angle with Sting and Goldberg?
Oh God.
Yeah, I mean that would have been great. You would have had Goldberg versus Austin, Sting versus Undertaker, or Goldberg versus The Rock, or whoever. But that wasn't. I'll give WWE a pass on that. That wasn't their fault. It was just because the bad contracts.
I mean, I guess that was the problem. I mean, to me, it was a money issue. It was a money issue, basically. Another storyline that I think was a failure was the Nexus storyline, because in the end, you had a chance to do something really special and you didn't do it. At the end of the day, imagine this, Frank. Okay. Do you remember when the Nexus helped Kane bury The Undertaker alive.
Yeah.
You tell me if this would have been a great twist. You tell me. Imagine if The Undertaker showed up at the Royal Rumble, because he was ready by then, calls out the Nexus, says, I didn't forget, and I'm here to take all you little bastards to hell. The Undertaker's beating the shit out of them, but then they start beating him down. Whose music hits? John Cena. John Cena comes out, helps fight off the Nexus. The second The Undertaker turns around, he gets an attitude adjustment.
Yeah.
The Nexus come in, they hand John Cena the armband, and he puts it on. Now you know why the Nexus buried The Undertaker. Because their leader, John Cena, told them to. Everyone is shocked. Everyone is shocked.
Hell would have froze over.
And The Undertaker is demanding a match with John Cena. And John Cena is refusing. He refuses to face The Undertaker at Elimination Chamber. But then suddenly, John Cena accepts the night after Elimination Chamber. And then John Cena reveals his ultimate plan. My plan is to snap the streak and to make myself immortal. And you know everyone would be on the edge of their seats for an Undertaker versus John Cena match at WrestleMania, especially with the streak intact.
That would have been one of the most see matches.
That's the whole point, because the payoff is you get a match that the fans would be emotionally invested in, and all the casual viewers would be behind the Undertaker. All the traditional fans would be behind The Undertaker because the traditional fans would be like, oh no, it's Super Cena and he's got the streak in his sights.
And he's got the Nexus now, and he's gonna do this.
And week by week you have The Undertaker one by one pick off the Nexus. And it's just The Undertaker and John Cena. And not only do you give these Nexus guys the proper rub of dealing with The Undertaker and John Cena, but you have managed to capture the emotion of the fans in a way that would not have been possible. Because it's Cena versus the streak.
Right.
That
would have been great. But then they sort of tried that again with the reboot when they made Punk the leader of the Nexus. And look what they did. They made him abuse all the Nexus guys. Basically, just destroying anybody on the Nexus, any credibility on the Nexus. He abused them like they were children.
No, you're right. And speaking of CM Punk, how about this story? Okay, because this is I have to give a shout out to my favorite podcast of the Solid Monster, because he mentioned one last week on his podcast that I thought was great, and I'm going to repeat it here. Jason, thank you so much. You're a smart dude, and I hope whatever you're going through, you pull through, man. Because we all love you. We love listening to your podcast. I speak for a lot of people on that one. I love Sound Off. He came up with this storyline. CM Punk. Let's say CM Punk, in 2011, after he cuts the pipe bomb, beats John Cena for the WWE Championship exactly as he did. You don't see CM Punk for 2 months. He's gone. John Cena, gets crowned the new champion, business as usual. But then you start seeing CM Punk in the audience, and he's flashing the belt. And Vince comes out, every week, and he's like, get this guy removed out of my building. I don't want him here. John Cena looks at Vince and says, listen, this guy's going to keep showing up. You might as well put him in a match with me. Okay? Punk is like, why would I even want to come? What's the point? I'm already the WWE champion. And then, Vince McMahon lays out a lucrative contract for him, and Punk says, I'll think about it. And Vince says, this is the only time I'm going to offer this to you. And Punk signs on the dotted line. It's the main event in Madison Square Garden. You notice it's in the Garden. CM Punk holding the original WWE Championship spinner against John Cena, who's holding his own WWE Championship. Punk has the match won. Vince McMahon comes down just like he did at Money in the Bank. The referee's down. Vince McMahon grabs the WWE Championship and places it on the apron. He gets Punk's attention. Punk is hammering Cena. He's got him on the ground, and he keeps yelling at Vince, "Get away from my ring. I'm about to become the champion again." Or he's going to take John Cena's belt. The second Punk turns around, he gets hit over the head with the belt by John Cena. Cena hits the Attitude Adjustment. He wins the belt. Him and Vince embrace. And now Punk is not only without the belt, but he's stuck in the WWE. CM Punk is fuming. He's pissed. He steals a number from one of the participants in the Royal Rumble. He wins. He goes on to WrestleMania to fight John Cena with Vince McMahon in his corner. And while Punk is getting double teamed by the two, who comes out to help CM Punk? The Rock. The Rock lays out John Cena, Punk wins the title, and you are set for CM Punk being the WWE Champion, but you also set up The Rock versus John Cena, and it would only be once in a lifetime. Now you tell me, Frank, what do you think of that?
It's incredible. It's great, but that implies that Cena would be the heel, and God forbid you could have that.
I've only got one more story that I would have liked to have seen play out long term, and I'm not going to say Undertaker and Sting because I think that should be a one and done deal, no story, one and done. You know, matter of fact, I think that's how it's going to be. How much better would the Authority angle with Daniel Bryan have been if instead of Randy Orton it was John Cena?
Of course.
How much better would it have been with the Authority coming out with Cena every week, saying he's who we want? How far from reality would that be?
That's what I'm talking about. That's touching on reality. It's imitating life. Well, you could have had the buildup of they wouldn't reveal Cena as being part of the Authority until a big payoff, and then finally it's revealed Cena's part of the Authority, and he's part of keeping Daniel Bryan down.
No, that's fine too. That's fine too. But I'm just saying, imagine how much better that story would have been if instead of having Randy Orton as Triple H's, little bitch, that it was John Cena, because it would have been very true to life. With Vince McMahon coming out, raising his hand, saying, he's the face of my company, whether you people like it or not. That's basically his mentality anyway. So you just be...
Yeah, no, it would be art imitating life, which is what it should be. That's what it should be. Everybody knows Cena's really the hand-picked guy for this. He's really the hand-picked
and it would end at WrestleMania after Daniel Bryan wins the Rumble. He doesn't just need John Cena in the face. For the first time in 11 years, Cena taps.
Oh,
could you imagine the elation on the faces of those people after seeing the streak get broken? John Cena taps out as a heel to Daniel Bryan. How big would that ovation have been?
Of course, but listen, we're talking about this. This is really pissing me off now because all these great moments should have happened if WWE would have listened to the fans.
And Frank, do you know how long it took me to? You know how long it took me to come up with some of these stories? It didn't take me fucking long.
Oh, 10 minutes.
It doesn't take long. You know what it takes to write stories like this, ladies and gentlemen? It takes putting ego aside. It takes putting your selfishness aside and basically doing what they say every week. Doing what is best for business. And what is best for business is making your fans happy, giving them compelling television that they could watch every week, and in the end, having it all make sense.
Yeah, but same old shit, same old shit, same old shit, same old shit.
And you want to know something, Frank? The only enjoyment I get out of wrestling these days is when I get two things. Actually, no. I lied. There's 3 things that I love about wrestling these days. The old shit, NXT, and doing this show with you. It's the only enjoyment I get. Only enjoyment I get.
It's on the list. There's obviously a lot of people all over the country that off on YouTube, and it's their way of filling in that void that WWE doesn't give them.
And I guarantee you that if YouTube existed back in 1998, there would not be any of that at all. That you would have seen people talking about how great Raw was, how awesome. Imagine if there was YouTube the night during the time that Austin came up with the beer truck.
Oh my God!
Fans would have been talking about how fucking great it is. They would have had beer truck trending worldwide. You know,
I think a lot of people think that fans like to complain for the sake of complaining. No, they complain because they want to see it be good. They want to be entertained. You know, I mean, I don't know how you can be entertained seeing the same old thing. It's like watching the same repeat. But you know what it is? Like you mentioned before with the sports teams. People don't want to sit through a losing season. They don't want to see guys their team lose. They want, it's like the bandwagon. They want to see the Chicago Bulls with Michael Jordan win every year. They want to see the Miami Heat win every year. That's what they like, the bandwagon fans. That's what everybody who likes John Cena is a bandwagon fan. They want to have their guy win every night. It's the truth. That's in the crux what it is. Like when you have
too many people. When it comes to Cena, it just annoys me that people say, "Oh, he has all this value, so that's why he should stay on top." You can't have the same guy on top forever.
Yeah, it's just like sports. When you have a great team, when you have Michael Jordan, when you have LeBron James, everybody all of a sudden is a Michael Jordan fan. Everybody's a LeBron James fan. What? Because
Kobe Bryant.
What's that?
Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, Kobe Bryant, because they want to be a winner. They want to be part of a winner. That's what John Cena is. They want to be part of a winner every night. They want to win every night, every pay-per-view, all the time, never lose. And that's why I'm disgusted. It's just like when these teams are winning every year, you have all the bandwagon fans, all the dick riders, and then you have a group of fans who hate these teams and want to see them lose, like the Yankees. Like when they were winning, you have all the people hate the Yankees because they're tired of seeing them win all the time. They want somebody else to win.
Yeah, well, it is what it is for now. For now, Frank, I'll be honest with you, I never thought I would say this, but it is what it is because, honestly, I have no energy left, and I am dead. I am dead. I really enjoyed doing this show with you. It was a good way to vent. I needed it, and hopefully we could see each other soon. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
And, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for Frank and I. Sorry that it ended up being 4 videos. It was supposed to be 3, but during the 3rd video, the computer cut out, so I had to restart it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I did. I always enjoy talking to Frank. I hope he enjoys talking to me. And we'll see you for our next show, possibly a pre-show for Payback. Maybe we'll wait until after Payback. It's up to Frank because I'm ready at any time.
All right.
You guys all take care and be well. We're out of here.